every player is trying to get the best edge they can possibly get. And the wide variety of profiles and customization and automation and consistency that Elite offers just gives every single player absolutely any tool that they need to succeed at the highest level.
There is nothing more important than being able to trust your blades.
It's all I've ever wanted was to have that player go out there and feel the same every single time. And then to have the ability to make a change when there's something that a player doesn't like or doesn't feel right in. And now I feel with this system, there's no better way. I mean, this is what I've been looking for years.
Being able to maintain that profile and offer profiling to the players that they could keep throughout the life of their blade, being able to offer the players something to make them better was the reason why we felt the Elite system was something we had to do.
I think the player's expectation with custom skates is that they hit the ice and everything's perfect. And one of the issues is we can make a perfect boot and a really good holder and put good steel in it. But if the profile and sharpen isn't perfect, it sort of wrecks the experience.
Help our players a great deal, I think. Once we get a player comfortable in a profile, once we get them dialed in, you don't even have to think about his steel anymore.
As a player, being able to play with profiles and dial in a radius is critical. But being able to trust that it's going to be reproduced time and again, so the only thing that you have to worry about is performance, is paramount.
I never believed in profiling. And profiling, I think, can be very important for the players, and it actually has turned out to be correct. But in the past, you profiled a skate, then you sharpened it 5 times, and the profile was gone. So I didn't buy in. Why do all this work if I'm just going to ruin it after 5 sharpenings?
Profiling changes within 1 to 2 sharpenings, right? And unless you're reprofiling all the time, which no one really has time to do in the NHL season, you can't change. You're changing the profile without the guy been skating on the same thing consistently week after week.
Hand sharpening, and I mean this with all respect and sincerity, is never the same. There's so much inconsistency.
Consistency. I mean, that's what we've all been looking for. Consistency, consistency, consistency.
Well, the best thing I could say is consistency.
They want the exact same feeling every single time they step on any sheet of ice.
It's consistency. That's the main thing we want to do for our players, is be consistent.
One of the things that I've learned over the many years is how important consistency is with the sharpening, coming out and always having that same edge, same depth, same hollow, and without changing or modifying the profile that's already existing on the blade.
I think the consistency and the performance of the sharpenings is going to be greatly improved and benefit our players in the long run.
We've been working with the Elite Blade Customization Center. That's what we call it here. We use their profile and their sharpener, and it's a service that we do on all of our custom skates to make them as good as possible.
So the profiler for me is a quick, easy win for any equipment manager. The fact that you can do 2 sets of blades at once, they come out consistent every single time. It's without a doubt the best profiler on the market.
We're just running so many sets of steel now compared to before that we need a machine that can give us the consistency and the time savings to get our job done.
The Elite system requires literally 5 minutes of training. And you are giving back the customer, the athlete, the pro, a finish, a quality, a consistency that it doesn't matter if you've been sharpening skates for 80 years. You can't hand that back to that person time over time like you can with the Elite.
I knew we were definitely onto something here, and I've said it many times. You will never see me stand behind a traditional skate sharpener ever again for a lot of reasons.
My back has been bad for 15 years, and since getting the Elite system, it's unbelievable. Like, I don't spend 4 hours a day standing in front of machines, sucking in skate dust, and then not be able to walk because my back, my back's so bad.
Just the way the equipment managers and the work that they have to do, it's an asset to them.
That was during my last game skates, and I had like 2 or 3 guys. They had like deep nicks on the skates. So I just put both skates there. I enter like 8 passes, and I went and do something else. Came back, skates are done.
It's an amazing time savings. I can't come up with another idea even that would save me more time in our job. We go on the road, we have tons of time to dive in and do book work and all the little things you let slide and slide and slide until a day off. Now we get to enjoy our day off.
But this is no joke. I mean, we, over the years now, starting a long time ago, we built a relationship with everybody at Elite, and because they're just so easy to work with, and they're interested in the same type of relationship. So customer service is awesome.
It's a team with Elite. I had an issue where we went to the bubble. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no clue how I was going to sharpen skates for 56 days. One call to Brian, and a machine shows up in Edmonton, down in the basement, ready to rock and roll, all my wheels, everything good to go.
All our dealings with Elite customer support have been outstanding.
Where it's first class service.
I've only ever had to call a couple times in a panic. Once I broke JC's machine in Colorado, which is not true, but I'm in a panic. I'm on JC's machine. Well, he's gone home. I'm there after hours, and it just stops. It was probably, I don't know, 8, 9 o'clock at night Montreal time. And LP answered my call right away because I sent him a 911.
Or if I have an issue or a question, or if I want to try something different on the machine, or the knowledge that's behind there, it's been wonderful.
The customer service I can't say enough about. Honestly, can't. They're just so willing to help you, and then just calling, even when you're talking to a player, it's a whole nother skill set behind you to help you. Like, Brian, hey, I talked to Gabe today and he's this. Oh, I'll send you in this, and this. So it's truly like having an encyclopedia of knowledge a phone call away.
We chose to work with Elite because we heard from the best that Elite is the best, and the best in our minds are the NHL equipment managers.
And I don't want some general manager to come to me and say, well, why are we doing this? This technology's been around for how many years? Why are we not on the cutting edge of trying to give our players the best resources to succeed?
And I sat down next to him and I said, Joe, I need to talk to you about something. And he said, hang on a second, buy it. He said, not only have you done your homework and made yourself crazy about this, you've put steel on players. You know what this thing's all about. He said, buy it. It's, in the grand scheme of things, you're trying to put a performance piece into the locker room to help our players perform better. So buy it.
And our belief, automation is where skate sharpening is going. And for us to take the next step in skate sharpening technology, Elite was a natural fit for us. After speaking with our peers in the NHL, teams that have used Elite skate sharpening, without a doubt, every single one of them said they would absolutely never go back to the traditional form of skate sharpening.
But I always knew there could be something better and more precise. As an equipment guy, that's the one thing you hold on to. It's the one thing you do and you hope better than the next guy is hand sharpen. It is something that you hold dear to your heart. It's a skill that you own, that you like to think you're the best at, or you do a little better than another guy, and you're forfeiting that. Don't get me wrong. You're letting that go, and I could be wrong, but I think that's going to be the biggest hurdle for some of the guys, because they own that. That's their thing. But that's what I've turned profiling into. I've turned the ability to use the consistency of the Elite system into something now I can build my personal knowledge of profiling and being able to communicate with the players.
Yeah, I'm a guy that has a foot in the old and a foot in the new, and I know what it is to sharpen 100 pair of skates in a day by hand and how much work it is. But one thing I can tell you is with the automated machines, the one thing that I'll bring back again is the consistency.
I've been using Elite skate sharpening for the past 5 years, and honestly, I wouldn't go back for any kind of money in the world.
Not only would I recommend Elite to other teams, I've recommended them to every team that's walked in the door.
When I give the skates back to the player, this is the best I could do for them. No doubt about it.